cloud telephony, early VoIP with asterisk fees, which people that know. And that's how we met. And eventually, we worked there for 7-8 years together, and we went our separate ways after that. And I joined Plivo, the company that's actually launching Indian phone numbers now on high level.
Amazing.
So I worked at Plivo for a year or so. The reason I left was early on I just got a lot of responsibility and a really large team that I didn't expect, and I was like, man, this sucks. Like, I don't want to manage all of these people. I don't want to be responsible for them. So I left so I could be an individual contributor and an engineer. And the minute I left, the thing I realized is, I miss all of that strategy. I miss having a team to lead, and then I decided that I had to get back into entrepreneurship. And during that same time, Shaun had also left that company, and he started a company called Invoice Sherpa, which was an invoice receivable company, a SaaS company. He built that up to 1,000 customers. This is basically connect to QuickBooks and find all of the outstanding invoices and text people to collect payments. And at that time, we decided to we got back in touch and decided to build something for SMB together. So the code was simple, is we need to get $20,000 in MRR so we can take $10,000 each and we don't have to work for someone else. And I mean, that is what high level started from. And it was simple, like Shaun moved, he was in Portland, he moved to Eugene, his wife was supporting him. I was in Bangalore, I moved to Doha, my wife was paying my bills. So both of us did not have to worry about supporting anyone, and that gave us time.
Hold on, let's clap it up for the high level class.
So, we just kept building. So we didn't have any burn. Both of us were engineers ourselves, so we could keep building software. And there was someone that was taking care of the build. So we just kept building multiple different software. We built an invoicing app for SMB that didn't work for multiple reasons. We built a jobber house called Pro Competitor. We built Prosper MD for doctors. We built many different software, but the go-to-market was always a challenge, and that's a piece we could never figure out. And so eventually what we learned is all small businesses care more about new business, is people walking in the door of the business than anything else. And the way you get them new business is by doing reviews, because most small businesses get found using reviews. And so we built a reviews platform, and one of the customers, so all through this point, we had 5 customers, 6 customers, some in and out. And one of those customers that we got, we had to put the reviews widget on their WordPress site. And they had no idea how to get into their WordPress. And they said, hey, I have a digital marketing agency. Can you jump on with them and they'll help you put the widget on the site. So we jumped on with the digital marketing agency, and that was the first time in 3 to 4 years of us building and jumping on with people that we did not have to explain anything about the software. They understood every piece of it without us having to explain it. And there was a request, if you can implement these 4 or 5 features, we'll buy it for 80 of our customers. And that was a shock for us. Like, we were selling an account a month at best. So 80 customers in one go was a big jump. And then it was, I have 10 other friends that are digital marketing agencies. Can I bring those people in? And one of those people said, hey, I'm running a mastermind for 40 other digital marketing agencies. Can you come speak there? And that led to 40 more sales. And that's really how we discovered and walked into this ecosystem that we have today. And that digital marketing agency was Robin.
Amazing.
I'll let Robin take it up from his side.
Yeah, so prior to high level, I was running an agency. It's called Innovate Fast. We did everything, from building the websites to doing all the automations. Actually, we have some team members here from Innovate Fast days as well, and they're still with the company today. One of the things that we learned was, you needed to figure out how. Not only do you do the branding, the digital marketing, and things like that, but you need to really help the business to help them grow. How close can you get to their revenue line? And so what we did was realize that if you drive leads to their website, you need to help them follow up. And so we took, maybe 8 to 10 different tools on the internet. And at that time, it was about finding the best-in-class software. So find Calendly, go find products like HubSpot, get Pipedrive, all the different tools, and you got to glue it all together using APIs and things like that. And we got really good at it, except it just took a long time. And so very similarly, once you get a customer, it's a long ramp time to get them spun up. And I received a call from one of my customers saying, hey, I want to get this other tool, but I have no idea what they're asking for. Can you get on a call with them? And I was very fortunate. I feel like still lucky to this day that I was able to get on a call, and it was with Shaun and Varun. And
hold on, I feel like I have to play Shaun on this part. It's funny, like you ghosted him, right?
Yeah. So originally we got on what Varun said, it's like, wow, this is incredible. I see what you guys are doing, but here's a few other tools that as an agency that we need. And they said, yeah, sure, we'll build it. And in my mind, it's like, I don't know who these guys are. We just met for the first time. They're just trying to get me off the call. They got, they might be working for a megacorp for all I know. And so we got off the call, and I didn't think anything of it. I just assumed they're going to say yes, and I had a little bit of a technical background. It's going to take longer than what they told me. So I just ignored it. And then a couple of days later, I remember leaving the house, and I had an office at the time. Getting in, it was about 8 in the morning, and I got a call. I was like, oh, this is interesting. I don't know who the phone number is. I answer it, and for you guys that know Shaun, he always starts off with, hey dude, how's it going? It's like, who is this again? Like, hello, what's going on? And Shaun is always full of energy. He's like, hey, can you get on a call? Get on Zoom, we want to show you something. And I remember it's like, well, once again, who is this again? What are we talking about? And he's like, oh yeah, we spoke a couple of days earlier, but we want to show you what we built. And I was like, no problem, I'm about to get to the office, it'll take about 15-20 minutes, and I'll call you back. So now it's about 8:30. I get to the office. I remember going into the kitchen, getting coffee, talking to the team, checking my email, and then just going along my day. And then I go into a meeting. Now it's like 10:30, and I just get the call on my phone, ignore it. Another call, another call, and then Shaun just gave persistent. It's like, hey, where are you? We've been waiting. It's like, oh, I'm so sorry. I get on the computer, and lo and behold, it's a lot of the first version of what you see of high level today. And so both Shaun and Varun were able to pull it off very quickly. We were able to take it and we implemented it for one of our customers as a test, just to see what would happen. And the amazing thing was immediate success. We basically did a database reactivation out the gate. And then we said, oh, let's go back to that core customer that we had. Once again, success. And it just started hitting over and over and over again. And that's where I said, I want to do this for all of my agencies. This is a massive unlock. And at that point, I just felt so much gratitude of like, if you guys are solving this for me, you can get this to others. Can I give this to other people? Can I show them? And we started calling other agencies, and that's what led to this viral effect. Through that journey, the best part about it was we never really spoke about how the business was operating or anything like that. We were just having fun. We were just, or at least for me, I'd wake up early in the morning, Varun was already up, and we're just talking about how to improve high level, what's the next thing, and then about 18 months later is when we decided to officially, package the company up as one whole thing.
All through that the initial part of the journey, there were a lot of interesting things. So whenever, we were building the product, whenever a customer had an issue, we would jump on a call with the customer. There would be bugs, because this was a huge piece of software that we were building. But I would share my screen, find the bug in the line of code, in the logs, go fix the bug, deploy the code, have the customer refresh and check if the bug is fixed. And we would do that all on the call with the customer.
Wow.
And that was really great because all software has bugs, but that attention that we're giving them to make sure that they feel cared for and their problem is taken care of went a long way. I think the white label, we heard that from a lot of the customers that with all of the other tools, whether it's HubSpot, ActiveCampaign, they set customers up on those platforms and they become the platform's customers. They don't stay the agency's customers. So they wanted the white label, we gave it to them. They didn't like paying per user, per contact. They wanted unlimited sub-accounts because they didn't want unpredictability in their business. And everything they were asking for went against everything that of how SaaS is supposed to work.
Yes.
Because if you look at most other SaaS companies, they don't do any of this. But in our case, we just decided that, this is what our customers want. They're telling us what they want. So instead of trying to be smart about it, we just listen. So whatever they told us, we delivered exactly that. And that till today has built the company.
Yeah. I think the other important thing was we really enjoyed talking to our customers. So from the beginning, anyone that signed up with us, we would get on a phone call with them. And it was just us three originally where we would bring on a new customer, we would help them get onboarded, we're all preach, trying to tell them what to do. And then over time, Varun stopped doing that so that he could start building the development team, and then it was just Shaun and me for a long time. And then over time, I fell off. But the biggest thing was that culture that we created of trying to jump on with a customer immediately when they sign up and make sure that they get implemented as fast as possible. That's something that we still do today. And so anyone, if you are new and you sign up today, you have the ability to jump on with a team that's 24/7, and we've scaled that team from us three now to I think well over 450 people around the world that's just on ready that's been massive for us.
We love the 24/7 Zoom support. Unheard of, right? I love that story because if I'm Robin, it's like, Destiny's calling, and then what? Destiny's calling, busy.